Rajan, welcome to the show. We would like to know from you, for the audience, usages space exploration in India, its relevance to economic development, out of your research, out of your learning, studies and all. Thank you for attempting to respond. Yeah.
Thank you so much. It's a good and a very relevant question. And I personally think that when you explore lots of unexplored areas and you dare to tread where others have not gone, and then you decide that you're going to take a road that has not been traveled before, I think that's what India is all about today. And space is one of those major unexplored areas where we need to move forward and find new treasures, new fortunes, and multiple new potential opportunities that are going to come for every person, not only in India but the whole of mankind. So I think it's a very relevant and a contemporary point that you have raised.
What is one single point that mankind needs out of space exploration?
To my mind, before we even reach exploration of space, we need to understand that space is very much a part of what we are on Earth. Earth is like a terrarium. I hope you are able to understand what I am mentioning. A terrarium is like it is bounded by space. And anything and everything that we have got on this Earth is going to stay in Earth as long as we are able to make sure that it is used properly, the balance is maintained, and we are able to find how do we restore, carry forward the legacy that Mother Nature has given us. And space is very much an endowment that has happened to us. Who gave it, we don't know. If we look at evolution, we look at all the astrology, we look at Darwin's points, whatever we look at, you just know there is some power that gave us that wonderful gift. We need to understand that space is part of that gift. And if we use it on Earth and we use it here, I think the whole world is open for us to find an exploration.
Good. Communication satellite, India launched in August 1975. Would you like to share your thoughts, your learnings? How India has traveled from 1975 in communication area till today?
I would like to rather take a step back only to up to about 10 years or so, because before that the satellite was actually a satellite. One did not get the benefit as much as we got it in the last 10 years. The deep reach of communication means that both the receiver and the sender, they are getting connected in real time.
Yeah.
And I think that's what has happened in the past 10 years. So the major significant use of the communication satellite has now happened where the reach to the last mile and to the last person, that has happened, and it's happening, which some people said may not happen in India. But I think it has happened, and we have proved them all wrong. That's the pride I have in the fact that we have a communication satellite.
Floods, earthquakes, is it relevant to the satellite which we launched, the communication info which we have got on time, before time? What is your view on that?
See, remember, we are living in the Anthropocene era. Anthropocene means anything and everything that is happening around us has been created by man. It's not happening by nature. It's happening because we did something. Either we did it right or we did it wrong, and all that has created some of the natural disasters that you have mentioned. Communication satellite has helped us to be a little bit more aware in advance. It has not helped us to stop it. Stopping it is something that we have to learn how to do that, and we have to really treat nature a little differently. We need to love nature, we need to interact with nature, we need to manage nature. But communication satellite is the great link that tells us something is going wrong somewhere, and can we in advance proactively make sure that we don't get affected by it.
No.
That's the role I think communication satellite plays and will continue to play, and nobody can replace that role. No one, no human person can replace it.
We know that you have done a lot of work in healthcare. Any specific things you would like to share with the audience here?
The best thing which is happening, and I think every single person in India is entitled to have his health taken care of. The government has done so much, the medical personnel have done so much, the support staff has done so much, but the reach of the common man to the medical health care, that has been made possible only by communication and the use of the internet, the use of telemedicine, the use of communication satellite. All of that has happened because of this whole new science of communication. However, the service delivery of healthcare can become much better if we can learn how to use communication and connect back to the patients and to the people who need healthcare much more quicker than what has happened before.
Rajan, how can we reach the last mile in this particular area of communication?
A difficult
A
question.
good question.
to answer. Yeah, wonderful question. And I wish that I had the answer to that. But I think that we are doing quite a bit of it. I think a lot of effort is being done by all the sectors and all the areas. But I still believe that the kind of commitment we need to show towards our behavior with infrastructure. See the amount of work our government has done on infrastructure. I mean, the whole of the world recognizes that India is different now. But have we learned how to use that infrastructure? We don't utilize it well. We sometimes misuse it. The kind of delivery and the kind of service and the kind of behavior we need to bring into that infrastructure, that I think still needs to be done. A lot of work needs to be done in that area. And I would really encourage people, and your forum and Business Excellence as a firm, I really encourage that you should work in that line and coach and counsel and train people to do that much more than what is being done.
On our part, Delhi Management Association is ready to collaborate, to support initiatives by other bodies, be it in India, be it in this part of Delhi or global. So what do you think we should explore more so that the mankind, as you enunciated in the beginning, is benefited?
Let me say that to me, DMA is an institution much more bigger than a lot of management colleges put together. But we don't seem to realize the gravity and the depth of what DMA is. In fact, if you look back at the history, DMA was the first management association that came up, and many more later. Even the parent body came much later. But imagine the likes of people like Lala Charat Ram and Bharat Ram and so many wonderful industrialists that this country saw. Those are the people who set the seeds of DMA. And I think we need to ensure that DMA does not work in silos. It needs to expand its reach. It needs to reach not only the students of management, but also public administration, even deeper down at the grassroots level. I'm sure that DMA can work and making sure that the promotion of management techniques and principles and good governance is also done in vernacular. You see, if you can talk it in Hindi, Kushal Prabandh jisko kehte hain Hindi mein. If we can do Kushal Prabandh through DMA, we can talk in Gujarati, Marathi, Punjabi. You know, management is not something that you talk only in English. Okay, it is the people down the line, the 9 people out of 10 who need to practice it daily in their daily life. I think DMA would be the best institution to carry it forward. But I really encourage and would look forward to DMA trying to put in that effort to reach out and do things much more meaningful, which have an impact, which is measurable.
One of our associates, which is Infrastructure Products, is doing a lot of work in this area. Out of your thought, what would you recommend to them, suggest to them they should look at for next 10 years or so?
Infrastructure to me is actually a medium. You see, infrastructure is not something that you can only claim it as the capital of a country. The GDP of this country and our nation comes from almost like 52 to 53% from services. And if infrastructure can somehow ensure that the quality of service goes up, then I think infrastructure investment would have really got its mark and it would have the honor of saying we have done it. Just having infrastructure and not having the right way to use, not having the optimal balance that you need to do between infrastructure and human effort and human enterprise, I think that balance the firm can do. If they can make sure that infrastructure connects people, it connects shared information, it connects technology, and it connects the common man. I think that's the reason why infrastructure would be a great gift to India and to rest of the world also.
आपका आने का समय देने का हार्दिक अभिनंदन, धन्यवाद. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for inviting me, and Jai Hind.
And we wish to have many more interactions in future too. Thanks a lot.